Bite holes through the wall to get close. Watch for they trail, man, they always be close. I'm a pack of wood, roller, really a smoke. This louder deal when you drive on the shoulder. Stomp on the gas till I'm blowing the motor. Can't afford to sit with my thoughts, so it's over. Really, but luckily, I got a...
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I always wanted to do these type of videos and I'm finally doing them. So on my blog page, which I should follow, shout out to me, I actually did a segment called Toxic Anime Relationships. So these might be unpopular opinions, but we're still gonna talk about it. So the first one for this segment series, whatever I'm gonna call it, is Inuyasha and Kagome. Say what you want to say. Yeah, oh yeah, they're such a cute couple. Their whole relationship was toxic. I'm so sorry. That whole situation was toxic as hell. It might be due to their age plus their experience, but it was still toxic. It was still toxic as fuck. So I'm gonna read to you guys what I had originally stated under each post because I did them separately because it was just too long to put under one post. And also they just it's two separate perspectives for each one because they both were toxic. So first we're gonna start off with Inuyasha. So I wrote, I love the anime Inuyasha, but I must call out this foolishness. Call this foolishness out. I watched episode 147 and 148 of Inuyasha. It basically showed the full story of Kikyo and Inuyasha, how they met, what they went through, and their unfortunate demise. I feel like it was easy for Inuyasha to acknowledge his feelings towards Kikyo, but it took forever to excuse me, but it took forever with expressing his true feelings towards Kagome. I know it's probably because he's traumatized from what happened 50 years ago. I understand that Kikyo was the first person he ever loved and trusted, sealed in the rage of the betrayal, then to find out it was Naraku that played them both. The way he was sealed and his last his last memories affected him. It's a tough pill to swallow, but I feel like he has known Kagome long enough to from the past, move past those feelings quicker. Sealed in the rage of betrayal, then to find out it was Naraku that played them both. The way he was sealed and his last memories affected him is a tough pill to swallow, but I feel like he has known Kagome long enough to move past those feelings quicker. Y'all probably think I'm mean, like, oh, Kikyo was brought back to life and he didn't have closure. Excuses. She's still dead. At the end of the day, her days were numbered. Kikyo came through at the end. She was still a little bitch in the beginning. Not her fault though. Pick a damn side, bro. Pick a girl and be with her. Even though the scenes were juicy to watch, it's still very disrespectful. The scene where he stated, "Can I just have both?" I was like, there goes that basic nigga logic. The fact that Moroku, Sango, and Shippo had to tell Inuyasha about himself, crazy. He's a little too dense and slow to comprehend. Inuyasha is the classic mixture of toxic masculinity, unawareness of emotions, and anger issues. Inuyasha does this thing where instead of directly expressing his feelings towards Kagome, he just says her name. Kagome, I want to be by your side forever. Inuyasha, Kagome! These scenes be pissing me off the most from his facial expressions and inner thoughts. So this post was written over, let me see, when did I write it? Ooh, okay, wait, let me just check real quick. When did I write this? I wrote this June 2022, right? So the only part I would take out is the toxic masculinity part. I guess I'm gonna just take out the masculinity and just put toxic. In this case, this scenario specifically, he was just extremely toxic. Take out the masculinity part. He's definitely unaware of his emotions, and he definitely has some anger issues. But to dive a little bit deeper, I still agree with my original statement. Yes, I understand he is young. When I looked it up, he's between the ages of 15 and 17, even though, like, you gotta get taken into factor demon years, and he's been sealed for 50 years, but he's still, like, around that spectrum, like, of age. I understand that he's been through a lot. He experienced a lot of trauma. He had to grow up by himself. He's been alone. He got bullied by the other demons because he's a half demon. Then the first human he trusted, he fell in love with. Then he thought he was betrayed by her. Turns out it was Naraku. Cool, cool, cool. I understand that. But I still feel like at the end of the day, you know what you was doing. You could have expressed how you felt to Kagome. I know it's a guy thing, like, it's hard for them to express their feelings, yada yada yada. But I feel like if he would have just stated how he was feeling, it wouldn't be as toxic. Even though it would still be like a little bit toxic, like maybe like 5%. But this is 100% what he did. Toxic level. I still think it would have been better. Also, Kagome would have had a clearer aspect of how Inuyasha felt about her, because he never, like, directly said that he loved her and cared about her. Of course it shows, like, of course his actions show, but he never, like, directly stated it, like, to a point where she didn't have to keep second guessing herself. Also, Komi, the Kikyo is dead. Like, yes, she got reincarnated. Yes, it's still her. But like I said, her days are numbered. Her days are they're real life numbered. Like, she is not here forever. So I don't. I feel like if he wanted closure, okay, cool. But to continue, like, I get both sides, but it's still toxic. Like, damn. It's like I said, just pick a side, and stay on that side. And then what was the kicker? The most disrespectful part of it all was when Kikyo was, breathing her last breaths, and Inuyasha kisses Kikyo in front of Kagome. Oh my god! Of course, it's a samurai. Like, she's dead. She's good. She's really dead this time. Like, she's dead. Like, she's dead. Dead. Like, prepare the burial ground. She's dead. But I was just like, y'all couldn't go behind a tree or something. Like, you couldn't carry her into a private spot for y'all to have that private moment. Like, Kagome is right there. My sis is right there. Okay. The emotional conflictions. Now I'm gonna read the part for Kagome. Hold on. Okay. As you can see, I have more beef with Inuyasha than Kagome for this toxic relationship. There are a few moments where I was like, oh, no, bitch slap them both. Kagome and Inuyasha have bad communication because they are teenagers. To focus on the characters and the situation minus their age, I would say Kagome communicates well. It's when her and Inuyasha get into arguments is where it gets terrible. When they argue, she tends to leave and go back to her time period, which is okay, I get it. It doesn't solve the main issue though. They usually distance themselves to get over the issue instead of discussing it. I can't lie, the disrespect from Inuyasha sneaking up to see Kikyo. Oh, I wanted to fight. You over there hugging and kissing a dead bitch, and she's dead. Anyways, of course, Kagome could just end things with Inuyasha. Her decision was to stay and be by his side. Now, I would have loved to see Kagome flirting with Koga. Just more episodes of them together alone and Inuyasha pressed. Kagome is level-headed and has a good heart as well, an extremely good heart. She healed Kikyo after Naraku tried to take her out assassination style. She really didn't have to do anything, like, at all. Another example of how understanding Kagome is. Kikyo's final moments. Kikyo was in Inuyasha's arm and they kissed. Kagome was literally 8 steps away. The fucking nerve. I would have pushed them both up a cliff. It was mouth to mouth. I was heated, crying but heated. I understand the purpose of this moment was closure. Kagome was upset. She mainly focused on checking on Inuyasha because his suffering finally ended. So, I still agree with everything I wrote about Kagome, even though she is younger than Inuyasha. She's 14 years old. I feel like she has a very good comprehension of her feelings and emotions to where she can directly express them, right? So I feel like that's good. Even though she's still like, she decided to stay, so you still got to deal with his Inuyasha's behavior. I still feel like she took the more adult approach as to handling each situation. I do not agree with her leaving all the time when she's like absolutely upset, because even though like Inuyasha, like he's a little dense, I feel like discussing it will be better than her leaving. But that's the method that they chose to getting over the argument, is distance. That's the way they chose to do that. I really, 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 really wish, I want to reiterate this, I really wish that Kagome would have flirted with Koga more. I know it's adding to the toxicity. I know. But that would have been too juicy. I would have been like, hey, now you may stay over there with Kikyo. No, just go over there. You heard about someone who's dead. You heard about someone who's dead. I'm just be with the werewolf. A werewolf of at that. I wish it would have been so juicy. I would have ate that up. I would like, but yeah, that's basically it. I agree with everything I said previously, just minus a couple parts from the toxic masculinity from the part I wrote about Inuyasha, but I still completely agree what I said last year. This is a toxic relationship. Even though, yes, it worked out all in the end, but this, no. But thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you for the next one.
I'm a pack of wood, roll a million smoke. This louder deal when you drive on the shoulder. Stump on the gas till I'm blowing the motor. Can't afford to sit with my thoughts, so it's over. Really, but luckily, I got a real one, she fuck with me. Shawty, she yellow, yeah, keep me on my toes, stay mellow. She deserve a fucking break.